Hello everyone, welcome back to Doomlink's Live Hunts, and indeed, finally, welcome back to Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. This recording happened quite spontaneously. I decided that I would do some Monster Hunter, and not really expecting anyone to be playing this game, I went and launched it just to make sure, and it turned out people were playing, and you know how it is. Whether you're ready or not to record, there may be people ready to hunt. And so you essentially need to negotiate the fact that you've got a group of people who want to play the game, and you want to record the game but haven't set anything up yet. And so I did that as best I could. I was assisted in my endeavours to set up the recording process before departing by a guy leaving the room, and then I said I would be right back in 2 minutes. In that time we did get a fourth person to fill the empty slot in the room, and yeah, we are departing with 4 people. We have indeed. Oh, that's fine, I don't care, it's whatever. I'll take the damage, I can put up with it. But yeah, I'll not Twitch recap. On what planet would I seek to go to Twitch recap instead of my channel? You know why they've made it the first option, don't you? It's because no one would fucking click it unless they made it the first option and people would click it accidentally. What a fucking joke. I hate you, Twitch. I've explained it before and I'll explain it again. I really don't like Twitch. But you're on Twitch, Doomlink. Well, sometimes you just have to do things you don't want to do to reach certain goals and achievements, or, you know, to achieve certain goals, I suppose, is how I would rephrase that in a slightly more articulate fashion. I think the recording is fine. In other words, I haven't missed anything. I did actually previously record not Monster Hunter, but rather Demon Souls on the... Oh, that's a classic, you know, you press X plus A plus R while standing at the edge of the boat. Oh, that's also a classic. Having a flinched gen pull you off the side of the boat, or off the back of the boat if you're on the right side climbing. 2 classics that I haven't seen in quite some time. It just happened on camera there, which is great. The first was a terrible mistake, which I shouldn't be repeating. You know, it is something that, quite fortunately, is a past issue, which I've now repeated. And then the second one is just, you know, a matter of timing and coincidence and luck. You need to have Gen flinch, and you need to be, I believe, on the right side when climbing. I'm using an ice weapon for the first time in a very long time against Gemaran. This guy is not even using an appropriate weapon whatsoever. He's actually got poison on hand, which I don't believe to be in any way helpful against Gemaran, as I understand it. Well, I do understand the case to be that you cannot actually poison Gemaran, so he's not really using a sensible weapon at all, but my guess is that that is his only weapon choice. So, or only option. Therefore, his only choice is to use that. I, on the other hand, am just using this for a bit of fun. Hey Koroku, I haven't seen you in a little while. It's good to see you again. Am I being thrown off? No, I think he's doing the tail maneuver. I'm not used to actually getting on the back of Jen so quickly. I was actually, I guess, pulled onto him before I ordinarily would be jumping on him, so the timing of everything is a little bit further behind to what I would be used to ordinarily. I've got a mild stomachache because I ate a lot of food and then decided to lie down in bed, which was a really fucking stupid idea. But I'm going to try and not compound the issue by then drinking champagne, because I do have a bottle of champagne to consume for this recording. I hope that this is not going to backfire in any sort of way. Generally, if you've already got a stomachache, it is ill-advised to consume carbonated beverages, particularly not alcoholic ones. But sometimes you just have to live and let live, as they say. I'm in sword mode, so I don't really need to be concerned about bouncing. Obviously, this sharpness level is far from ideal against a G-rank Gemaran, but I'm here for the fun, and quite frankly, I think with this team, we will, without much difficulty, be able to dispatch this gem Moran without much time having passed. As I indicated, my setup for this stream was rather rushed. So I do hope I haven't missed anything important. You'll let me know, right? I'm sure you will. I'll use this as an opportunity to pour my wine. If you're wondering why I haven't done 3 Ultimate recently, it's just because it has happened to be the case that every time I want to play this game, it has been a less than ideal time given the community's schedule. There is a period of maybe 8 or more hours where there's almost no one playing this game at any given time, or on any given day rather. And what that means is that a lot of my day, which is sort of an opposite time zone to that of Europe, which is the main player base of this game, there is a large part of my day where I can't actually play. Ordinarily I would be at work right now, but I have a bit of time off, so yeah, it's worth mentioning that I don't expect anyone to actually turn up for this. I am quite convinced that I framed that, so if you're wondering if I was actually out of range, I'm pretty sure that I wasn't. That instead was just me rolling through it. What was... Did I just witness someone fall? Yeah, Lobo, I think, just fell through the tasks. Or the one that he was on anyway. Which is not great for him. Hey, P-Berry. And hello, Bread Users. I'm pleased to see that even though I'm recording at a time that I almost never record because I would ordinarily be at work, you're all coming in. I am blessed with... What is going on? I am blessed with a very flexible community of viewers. I suppose you guys would have to be flexible at this point, because, as you all know, I stream when I'm ready to stream. It's just fortunate that I have my Discord so I can actually put out a notification for all of you, and then you can either come or not, depending on whatever you're doing, and depending on whether you'd like to watch me at that moment or not. So, that's fortunate. Oh, for goodness sake. Because I'm in axe mode, I'm actually hitting parts of the monster that I don't intend to hit, and consequently I am bouncing. I do realise that I've got my champagne flute on camera. I don't intend for this. There is a way around it, it just means that I have to put it further forward on my desk, so that it is not on camera. It's actually technically beneath the camera at that point. But you see, my intention was to fill it, but I find myself so enraptured by the process of hitting this Gen Moran that I couldn't possibly stop doing that to fill my glass. I feel like Gen was stationary there for longer than he should have been. He should be doing the tail maneuver, yeah. The tail maneuver. I like the tail attack. I think maneuver is a bit... It sounds a bit benign, doesn't it? Maybe not benign. Neutral. It sounds neutral. And not in any way an attack. It's an attack. I wouldn't say that streaming on my time off is an example of selfless behavior. It's more like I enjoy streaming, so my time off is an opportunity to record more. I am cognizant of the fact that I've not been streaming as often as I should be, so I don't do it out of a sense of obligation, but rather because I liked to stream. I do enjoy streaming and I want to do more of it, so if I've got the time, I shall do it. You know, I don't stream to you guys out of charity. I stream out of personal enjoyment. Fortunately, if I had to push myself to do it, I don't think I'd enjoy the process whatsoever. And you'd notice it. You'd notice me not enjoying it. Anyway. I'm going to take it slowly with this champagne because, as I said, I already have a slightly upset stomach, which is not great. That's not why I have the day off, by the way, for those joining late. I'm not taking time off work due to an upset stomach and then proceeding to drink champagne. That would be a really unwise decision. It's rather because I decided to lie down in bed after having a big meal, which, you know, slightly disagreed with my stomach. So, there you go. I'll monitor things. As soon as my stomach is like, no, I do not like this, in forceful, non-verbal terms, I will respond appropriately by not continuing to drink champagne. Oh, hi, Ethan. Ow. Fucking hell. Yeah, it turns out that this is actually a very good time for, I believe, my American audience to be streaming, which sounds about right. That's exactly when I'm usually at work, so sorry. I'll try not to be born in Australia next time, sorry. Anyway, these guys are wittering away in Spanish. How's the... Oh, that was pretty good timing, I would say. I mean, it was a bit of an old wives' tale back in Tri, but the closer Jen was to hitting the boat, the better the damage was, apparently. But I don't think it's true. I really don't think it's true. But according to Tri standards, that was brilliant timing. It was literally just before the guy standing on the bow of the ship got hit by Jen. It is funny when he turns this way. He doesn't always turn this way. I'm not sure what causes this, and I don't know if it's actually intended. It almost looks like a glitch because it happens so infrequently, but I've seen it before. I'm just not too sure if I've caught it on camera. Also, this gives us a clearer opportunity to see what I was going to mention in the past, but possibly didn't get around to doing. When you do shoot the ballista, it's not just you who shoots, it's also the boats around here that shoot alongside you every time you fire one off. We're already in the final showdown. We didn't even get like a pounding of the ship or anything after that. Well, despite using a weapon that I have deemed to be suboptimal, I suppose. Still effective, but technically suboptimal. We're doing very well. Dark responded to the quick final showdown with XDD, which is obviously an expression of, well, he finds it funny. How about that? Yeah, I don't blame you for not waking up at like 5 in the morning to watch a Doomlink live stream, quite frankly. I don't think I've actually seen a Gemmaran getting this severely beaten down. I mean, this is a G-rank Gemmaran. He's got a lot of health. I should be able to take a hit from Jen. Don't carve, to be so ridiculous. And don't keep trying, because you're going to get hit, and it's going to hurt a lot. Let's see how much damage he takes. Oh, exactly half of his health by the looks of it. Which is definitely fine. If he was desperate to get a carve. It makes me look like the bad guy if I'm getting in there trying to deal damage. And he's carving, but... you know. Necros is concerned that we're going to kill it. I don't know. See, I'm still going to attack it. They can do whatever they want. Dark is freaking out. He's like, come over here, stop attacking, it's going to die. Well, I really don't think it will. Unless one of them is cheating, and this is something that's just known between them. Because they do seem to be friends. Yeah, he shouldn't be dying just yet. So I'm happy to get in there myself. They're obviously severely, in my opinion, overestimating the damage of the team. It's only just hit 10 minutes. This is a G-rank level, unless it's not. No, it must be, based on the damage that's been dealt by Jen to the Hunters. Yeah, it's definitely G-rank, so... I don't know how strong they think they are. Just because he's come to the final showdown a little early doesn't mean that he's at risk of dying now. Like, now. If we hit him. So... yeah, a Dark is getting very excited. He keeps on pinging. Literally seems to think that Lobo's shooting off bouncing barrel bombs, or bounce bombs, whatever they're called, is somehow going to risk killing Jan outside of the carving area. Quite frankly, if he killed the thing with a bounce bomb, I would rather that happened than for the team to carve, okay? So... Champagne Gaming. I'm glad you still love me despite not being... Or despite being born in Australia. Ethan, that's great to hear. And reassuring. I wasn't so sure until I read that. Alright, now we can comfortably... And Lobo's dead. I don't know what he's doing. Barely paying attention, seemingly. So yeah, now Dark doesn't have to ping away. It really is extraordinary. I'm using a weapon that I deem to be suboptimal, and Dark is using a weapon that's just shit for this quest. He's actually combo greatswording with a poison greatsword, a monster that cannot be poisoned. I mean, it really beggars belief. And he's pinging again. Look, mate, if you're hitting the Dragonator now, it's too early. I suppose it is in range. Technically. If he were to hit it, it would be okay. Normally I'd wait until he got a little closer, but... Someone completely cockblocked Dark. And I do say cockblock because he is seeking to thrust a phallic-shaped object inside the monster. So, yeah. I almost feel bad for Dark, but I don't particularly like the guy. I'm going to get a hand on the face, which hurts, but it's something I can survive. I'm sure Dark is just devastated. That was his time to shine in his own mind, I'm sure, but someone completely ruined his opportunity. I suppose he should have just gone for it when he had the chance. It would have been in range. Aha, I think Lobo actually made a calculated decision to not pursue a golf swing because I would have been upswung by it. I believe I'm correct in that assumption. And if that is the case, then I apologize for making light of Lobo's previous death. He seems like an upstanding fellow. But yeah, I just, when setting up for this quest, realized that I had not recently used an ice weapon against Gem Moran. The only time that I ever used an ice weapon against Gem Moran would have been back in Tri before I had access to Devil Joe and Elatrion weapons, which, by the way, was a fucking long time ago. So I decided, hey, how about we use an ice weapon? And as soon as I considered what ice weapons to use, Dragon's Roar came to mind. That would indeed be the time to use a Dragonator, and I thank you for your timing. We haven't even killed him with the Dragonator, so obviously the team was being a little overexcited by assuming that he was going to die in that moment before. Let him come forward. As I use Dragon's Roar and Dark struggles to use a greatsword correctly. So, yeah. I don't know how he got to the final showdown as quickly as he did, but yeah, there was no particular risk of him dying outside the carve area. I'm gonna manually reload, and I'm going to get in there and ruin their opportunity to carve. These guys are rather special. I've not seen a group of people consistently carving instead of attacking the monster. That's quite funny. I'm not risking it. Dark is now going for the task, which I think is broken. Yeah, it's broken, so I don't know what he's going for. It's damaging. His weak point is there. I'm going to hit it with my poison greatsword without charging it. No, he was actually charging it. Again, combo greatsword with a poison greatsword is perfectly fine, but if the monster doesn't get poisoned, it's far from perfectly fine. It's in fact embarrassing and not something that should continue. Alrighty, and that is a dead Gen Moran. Pretty good. I would say that overall the team performed well, given the circumstances. And an Earth Dragon Gem on the first carve, although that is the high rank rare, so it's not as exceptional. Well, everyone is carving, but they're going over there to carve that part of the monster. I'm definitely not in need of carves, as I'm sure you would all assume, but I'm doing it for good measure. I'll go and check the shop to see what I can sell in terms of materials that I've carved left in my inventory once I return from the quest. Yeah, definitely a smooth hunt. There's a bit of weird behaviour in the team, but aside from that, nothing egregious. So we've got 1 Earth Dragon Gem and... okay, 3 Earth Dragon Gems. That's pretty good. That definitely exceeds the wow factor of getting 1 Earth Dragon Gem in high rank. That was pretty good. I'm content with how things have gone. Alright. It seems to be a turns room of swords. Oh, by the way. Dark, Necros, and Lord Zor. Yeah. To get the emo hair going, you know. Actually, that looked a bit more seen than anything else. Yeah, we're an edgy crew of hunters. And we've killed our first monster. Our first prey. Now we just need auto shouts like, "I have tasted flesh," and "feel my blade," and things like that, and it would be complete. The experience would actually, at that point, be complete. And yes, I have hunted with groups like that before. Not as a participant in the cringe, but rather as an outside observer. I can't remember who actually posted that quest, so I don't know whose turn it is next. If it was Necros, they're probably going to be sitting around going, "Well, when are you going to post, Lord Zor? When are you going to post?" Well, I need to be told to post. I would not be so presumptuous as to post without confirming whose turn it was, and quite frankly, I don't know if I want to post anything. Lord Turn, I have been told. Let's see if there's anything interesting to post. There isn't anything I need except for, like, I don't know, high rank Diablo stuff, so I would post for enjoyment, not for anything in particular in terms of materials. What's jumping out at me? We'll just do a triple monster hunt. We'll do 3 Sand Barioth. You see, they're playing the game in Spanish, so what I hope is that whatever I type in terms of monster names is understood by them. It would be perfectly reasonable for them to not know the English names of the monsters because they're not playing in English, so they would memorize the names as they appear in Spanish. A lot of the names are the same, but not all of them. Some of them, like for example, a name that would be very awkward in the Spanish language would be changed to be a little more acceptable for a Spanish-speaking person to pronounce and read. So, yeah. At the end of the day, they could fucking Google it if they really had no idea, but not everyone's that sensible. You would think that in the information age, people would just use Google, but I'm sure most of you have experienced this. Sometimes you'll just come across people who seem to be unaware of the convenience of Google and need to ask you about things. And in a pressing fashion, they're like, "What's this? What's that? Google." That's why they have that thing called "Let me Google that for you." There's like a website. It's existed for a long time now. But you literally just type the thing into the website and then you've got a link that you can share, and it's literally like they get taken to a link where it's typed out for them and then it clicks the search button and then it says, "There, was that so hard?" I mean, that's literally... I have come across so many people where I've needed to do that. It's just extraordinary. Anyway, I'll use Greatsword. I'm in a Greatsword mood. Greatsword against Barioth is a bit... Well, it's not exactly a smooth experience in all cases, but... what am I equipping? I feel like most of what I'm looking at here doesn't even have an element. The Paladire is what I want, yes. I'm not in the mood to use the Devastator. Hello, Autonomic. Lobo is also an edgy name? What does Lobo stand for? Is it something in Spanish? Necros posted. He's also got Twister Trio, good for him. But yeah, I don't know what Lobo means. Or what it might refer to. Defender High. Oh, Lobo is Wolf. I see. Yeah, we are the full fucking Edge Lord Monster Hunter team. I love this. Look at this. Wolf, Dark, Necros, and Lord Zor. I love it. Let me get out my black eyeliner. This is excellent. People will say, why are you making fun of your own name? Well, I made it in 2009, okay? The 2000s was just a different time. This team here would be perfectly appropriate for that time. But anyway. I don't know what Wolf is doing, but he's taking his time, which is fine. You know, occasionally I need to take my time as well, so I'm not gonna have a problem with them. They might be a furry. Well, it's possible, but I guess in this day and age it is possible, but I wouldn't assume so. Oh, apparently it's a DC anti-hero. Well, I know nothing of that sort of thing. Well, if I were to name myself Wolf without actually saying Wolf, it would be something along the lines of Lupine or Lupine. Yeah. I've never known how to pronounce that. I've only ever seen it written. Lupine, Lupin, Lupine, I don't know. Lupine. Since they both start with L, probably a similar origin, linguistically speaking. Not that I know anything about linguistics. They both start with L. That's the extent of my analysis. Greatsword against Barioth is unlikely to be enjoyable, but I don't know, I'm in a masochistic mood. Seemingly. I've got Defender High at least. That will help. Somewhat, perhaps. Asleep Lance. Wow. I have not seen that Lance since, what? Monster Hunter Tri Arena? I think that was pretty much the only time I ever used the baggy Lance in Tri. It was in arena hunts in that game. I think I may have very occasionally used it in regular hunts, but... no. The darkness is consuming me. It is. We're all... I mean, pretend that I'm not actually recording. We're all sitting in dark rooms, huddled in front of our glowing televisions. No, sorry, candlelit rooms in front of our glowing television. With cobwebs draped along the television. And then our mother's yelling at us to go to bed and we go, "No, Mum, you don't understand me. I live in the night. I am the night. It's not a phase." Shut up, Mum. Anyway. There you go. Draw attack on the face. Yeah. Well, the not a phase comment had to come, didn't it? If you're wondering why I'm doing draw attacks, it's because I actually find that to be better than going for a charge that I'm not going to get off. And I've got critical draw, so it could be worse. See, I can go for a level 1, but is it... Yeah, see, like, not even a level 1 is workable right now. It's workable now. Literally a level... But is it? And this is why Greatsword against Barioth is sometimes not a great decision, and why draw attacks on the face with critical draw is actually a viable option, because it's either that or not making contact with the fucking monster at all, please. Okay, he's not coming towards me, that's not gonna work. Could do this. You know, a better solution to all of this would be to not equip Greatsword for this fight. It's doable, obviously, it's just annoying as well. My hope is that... Actually, no, I should really be doing draw attacks on the wings and then hoping for a wing break, and then I can take advantage of that to use draw attacks against the monster. At that point on the head. Here we go. I'll try to get a level 1 on the wing. Did not break it. Great. Fucking arc shot. My favorite thing. Can I pull it? No, I can't really pull it. I'd best quit while I'm ahead and not commit to a Greatsword charge that's not going to connect. And he's dead. I contributed. I did, though. All successful hits would have been very damaging in terms of percentage of health depleted. Yes. Yes, that's right, Waifu Hunter. It's because I would normally be working at this time, but I'm not, so there you go. Because it's in the middle of the day here. It's 2 PM. On a weekday. What's going on? Oh. This does deplete my sharpness, I believe. Even if it's something from a teammate. Well, perhaps it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't. I hadn't considered that. That's one of those... I guess, that's a form of trivia that you could ask someone. I don't know the answer. Does shielding an attack... No, it probably doesn't deplete it, would it? It doesn't make sense for it to deplete the sharpness of your weapon. If it's not actually something from a monster, or something environmental, it shouldn't deplete your sharpness. In fact, you know what it is? If it doesn't deal damage to you, it's technically not an attack, or something that is harming you. Therefore, if you shield it, it should not deplete sharpness. I'm just going to put it out there. Logically speaking, that is probably how it works. I don't know what you're up to, Barioth, but I'm, at this stage, a bit too lazy to even follow you with my camera. This is a big one, by the way. This is a Gold Crown large fucking Barioth. You can deny that if you want, or disagree with it, but... that is a fucking Gold Crown large Barioth. He's been eating a lot. He's been eating a lot of... cactus. Now that's Diablos, of course. Get over here. Not that way. Whoa. There's my draw attack on the face again. Which I really shouldn't be doing at all. I should instead be doing it on the... Oh, we've got a sleep. I wonder if we got a sleep last time and I didn't notice. Have we got bombs? I'm not even bothered putting them down. What are you doing? I suppose he did position himself to actually get the correct hit on target for the wake up, but I would have much preferred my Greatsword charge, although I suppose if he's using the Grongigas, that's probably better for him to do it. That's a better weapon than this one, I will be honest. So fine, I'll live with that. I'm not going to reposition myself to make contact with the head, or rather, start attacking the head, because we do already have a hammer user there, and this is probably fine. This monster's going to die anyway, so let's get this done. Good night, Barioth. I don't think I'm carving, am I? No. There's no point. I have a feeling that he didn't fall asleep last time, likely because... well, the last one. I say he as if I'm referring to the second one. No, the separate entity that we were engaged in combat with earlier on did not fall asleep at any point, because I'm assuming that he died before our friend Wolf, or whatever we're calling him, could get the sleep damage out. Be right back, says Necros. He's going to dig a hole in the garden and bury himself in dirt for a few minutes, and then he'll come back. He needs to, you know, recharge his darkness meter or whatever. Yeah, I may as well drop bombs if you're going to. I'll just drop one. I'm not going to be profligate. You never know, I might not actually have all that much in the way of bomb crafting materials. Well, thank you for detonating. The hammer user is not here to interrupt me, so I may as well... oh, can I... come on! Yeah. Didn't flinch him, but... you know, at least I made the attempt to do so. There's the broken fangs. Narrowly missing a twister. Oh, was not expecting you to turn in that direction. That was far outside my calculations. Level 1, yes. That's asleep. Alright. Leave it to me, chaps. I hope that hit the head and not the neck. That's the classic in Monster Hunter, hitting the neck instead of the head. It would have been good damage at any rate, but... oh, see, you expect a big reposition, but you don't get it in the end. Because you're ready for it. It's when you're not ready for it that you get it. The big reposition. Didn't get it that time either. I suppose it's only when he's enraged, and he's likely not enraged at this time. Okay, well, why are you repositioning in that direction? No one's over there. Stupid dragon thing. That's one way to refer to Barioth. Sounds like the sort of thing you'd say after maybe a few hours of Monster Hunter for the first time. Stupid dragon thing. I don't know your name. I don't even know what I'm doing. What is this game? Stupid dragon thing. Dinosaur. Kill this dinosaur. That definitely was the neck that I made contact with there. And I don't mind, because this monster is not long for this world. At least hopefully not. It shouldn't be. Alright, do your attack, and then I'll try... okay, cool. See, I was right to actually not go for a level 3 charge, but I still missed my level 2. This is the dance that I'm having to... have, for lack of a better... verb. With Barioth. Tail cut. Let's do it. It's technically easier because you see, a tail's health is a proportion of total health, but... yeah, obviously if it's got reduced total health, the tail will come off more easily, but not that easily. It's not like a gecko tail or something. More or less, I would say that was a good hunt. Could have been worse, as they say. Ugh. I was actually intending on making some sleep weapons. I think I made 1 or 2. But there were a few that I wanted to craft. Because sleep is an interesting way to play the game. As in, sleep Blade Master weapon use. Because it's a little different to anything that I've really done in the past. Very rarely have I actually decided to use non-gunning sleep as a strategy. But you know, it's not that bad. It's actually a little more enjoyable than having to shoot the ammunition, because the thing is, sleep ammunition can be a little annoying. That's a good final hit there, from me. I didn't realise that I was the one who dealt the killing blow, I had no clue. Definitely looks like it from that. Kill cam, whatever you want to call it. Jeez. It's a bit awkward to call that a kill cam, but it does illustrate the point. Alright, the next quest should be Mr. Lobo. I'm going to purchase some drinks over here. What? Who is May? Someone here is named May. I don't know who the fuck that is, but I'm pretty sure they're friends and they know each other. So I'm sure May knows who they are. It's definitely not me. And it seems that Lobo doesn't have much of an interest in posting. Looks like he's hunter rank 178, I think, from a very distant examination of the Wii U gamepad. I would say that he should still have things that he wants to do, but it's not for me to judge necessarily. I don't actually know what that Char-Char mask does. I don't even know. Oh, I see. It's a Dark's Char-Char. I saw Dark moving and then his Char-Char just stayed there. I'm thinking, whose fucking Char-Char is this? Is it an abandoned Shakalaka? I guess May must be Necros. I mean, unless Lobo is losing his mind. Which is possible. I mean, who the fuck is May? Apparently May doesn't know who they are, so... oh no, Dark is posting. Must be... Dark must be May, or May must be Dark, however you want to say that. Great. At least we've worked it out. Ring of the Silver Soul. What? Sorry, my hair is quite unseemly. Unsightly, rather. Unsightly. Possibly unseemly as well, but particularly unsightly. That's a little bit of an improvement. So basically, Lobo says may turn. May might mean something in Spanish. I don't know. But then Dark went and posted something which was Silver Rathalos, and Lobo's like, Dark Bracky event? Okay. I don't know what's going on. What am I getting ready for? Should I be getting ready for Dark Bracky event? Oh no, I see. Dark is someone in the room, so he's asking Dark if he wants to do the Bracky event. I just want to know who the hell May is. Oh, I see. May turn as in my turn. Okay. Oh, I see. So... I guess Lobo wants to do the Brachydios event, and Dark wants to do Silver Rathalos. I would certainly myself also rather do Silver Rathalos than the Brachydios event. I forgot to do something with my... whatever it's called, white balancing, so... Yeah, if my white balancing has been fluctuating, which I hate, it shouldn't anymore, it should now be consistent. It's just one of those things that I forgot to do in the setup process. Remember when I was expressing concern that I might not have done everything when setting up this recording? Well, that was one thing that I neglected to do. So, that's now been done, and I can rest easy. Probably doesn't mean anything to you guys. You guys never care about that sort of thing, but now I don't have to worry. So again, I'm assuming Silver Rathalos has been posted, unless they are now instead going to do Brachydios event. I've got no fucking idea. Actually, the fact that Dark changed his loadout might mean that he has posted a different quest to what he posted before, so I do need to make sure before I go and take the time to get ready for something that's not even being done. How did I guess? Okay, so what have we got? We've got, Plesioth Dire Spike, a Sleep Sword and Shield, and actually a pretty decent one. This guy's using a shit hammer, and a really shit hammer, on one of the hardest quests in the series, and this guy's using a very good hammer, but he hasn't actually seen what's on the board yet, so I don't know if that's... Oh, what are you doing? Maybe he heard what I said. It's true that... Oh, I'm sorry, shit. That is the reality. I mean, your hammer is bad. Like, I have it too, you know. In fact, no, I have the Lucent Nagakuga one, I think. I don't know, but all I know is that that's not a good choice of weapon. Sorry, maybe he was watching the live stream. The timing of it made it look like that's what happened. So, I don't know. What am I supposed to say? Sorry for honestly observing your loadout, I guess. I wouldn't have said a word, it's just that it's Brachydios event. I'm not going to give people a pass on suboptimal loadouts if it's Brachydios event. We probably would have failed anyway, but yeah. It's alright, just means we're going to do something different. Oh, Lobo is thanking us, which means that he's probably closing the room, which is bad news. Can you say in English that you're closing the room? He's probably closing the room. Is he standing close enough to interact with it? I don't think he's standing close enough to be able to interact with it, so I don't think he's closing it now. What's going on, man? Necros seems to be getting distracted by things. He had to go AFK during the previous hunt as well. Dark is back. It was just a case of bad timing. He is not watching the live stream and he was not personally offended by the fact that I said that he's using a shit weapon. Lobo seems to want to close the room. What's going on? What an absolute fucking dog's breakfast that was. Let's look at that again, okay? Let's look at that again. So, oh, I can't even check. There's no history. I've been kicked out of the online session. So, Dark disconnected, and then he came back, but Lobo said basically decided that that's it. He's closing the room. He doesn't want to hang around. He's done. So, this is one of those situations where Dark is probably going to want to hunt again. Is he going to make a room? Am I going to make a room? Are we going to have to compete for space in another room? I don't know. We're going to find out. And this is not the sort of thing that I want to deal with when playing online, okay? Do I have space? Oh my god. I swear to you, hand on heart, this guy, Link, remember him? The one who has a room that says playing with friends all the time? Well, guess what? When I actually came into the session, or came into the game today, he was, again, sitting in a room alone with the comment, playing with friends. He has now changed the comment to recruiting hunters, and I know why. It's because no one's going to join him if he says playing with friends. People assume that there's, you know, he's waiting for people to come that are his friends, but because he has no friends, he's going to remain in an empty room. That's the situation, and so I think he's finally realized that... What's the password? 1, 2, 3, 4? The number of fucking rooms that I've successfully joined in this game. Okay, 999, or rather quadruple 9. What other obvious ones are there? 1337? Probably not. That would be quite ridiculous. Alright, forget it. Forget it. I give up. Why the fuck is he making a passworded room? Oh, I see. He's probably playing with Lobos. Or Lobo, rather. The question is why? Why does he want to do the Brachydios event with only 2 people? What a dick. I mean, again, it's not nice to deny a player like me an opportunity to play the game in such a small community. I think that's really... You know, that's self-interest right there. Alright, let's see how quick it takes for Link to kick me from his room. It depends. He's only going to kick me if he's really got nothing to do. Like, if he's happy sitting there doing nothing, he'll just kick me and continue doing nothing. But if he's desperate for someone to play with, he'll probably allow me to play with him. I can assure you that I only ever join his room when there is no other option. Ordinarily, I wouldn't bother. No, they're not good at the game, Autonomic. Not particularly. I'm pretty sure it was Dark who was combo greatswording the Gemmaran with a poison greatsword. So you tell me if he's good enough at the game to 2-man event Brachydios. And that's the reason why they made a passworded room. I don't know if Link is on a quest. Did it say? I think... I don't remember what it said in the room. There's a few people sitting in the lobby, like they're not actually in rooms, but they're likely AFK, probably asleep. I will say that if I really can't get a room together, and this is the risk that comes along with, or that goes along with playing this game at this time when all the Europeans are going to sleep, I will go and change games to Generations Ultimate. I'd rather not have to do that, but it will be done, if necessary. I think I got 3 hunts out of that. You see, I know that Link has changed the name of his room between now and the time that I came online. So he's been here recently. As in, at the keyboard recently. Figuratively speaking, he probably doesn't have a keyboard, but... yeah. There's always a good reason to build a 3 ultimate character. Waifu Hunter? Always a good reason, not just to play with me. But... yeah. Link appears unresponsive. He's opened his room up to other people, not just his friends, so he's actually got someone to play with now. And, yeah. Not much seems to be going on with him. Reminds me of that guy who is always AFK when he makes a room in this fucking game. Every time I join his room, he's just not there. And really not there. I don't mean not there for a few minutes. I mean, I can sit in his room for 15 minutes or more, and he just never comes back. Asshole. He's either got seriously irritable bowels, or he just doesn't have any desire to hunt. I can't remember his name. Every time I join his room, it's the same shit. He's an asshole. Oh, I just got a hello from Link. Surely he remembers me. Who's the... James. James always forgets who I am, and then welcomes me back with open arms, even though he's kicked me and I've ruined his day on multiple occasions, but... Just fucking post something, man. What have you got for me today? You're gonna send me a short message with a winking face? Hi. At least he's here. That's a good start. Last time I joined his room, he said, "This is playing with friends only." And I'm like, "What fucking friends?" And he's like, "Well, you're definitely not one of them." It's like, well, yeah, you're not wrong. You're gonna pay. He closed the room. Okay. He remembered who I was. Oh, this fucking guy. Why do I get the bottom of the fucking barrel every time I want to play online? Oh, it's because the community's filled with idiots, that's why. The contents of the barrel is filled with shit. Doesn't matter if you're at the top of it or at the bottom of it. Again, lots of people in the lobby, but not many people actually playing the damn game. Oh no, he kicked me. It actually looked as if he went and closed the room. I'll join back and... I don't have anything else to do, so I'll just pester him for a while and keep joining back until he blocks me. It's only because I've got nothing better to do. It's just a bit of mild entertainment over a glass of white wine. It's not like he's doing anything else. There's no one else playing the fucking game. Why doesn't he just... Why can't he just relax and just hunt? I'm not going to berate him for the whole recording. I'm just going to play with him, and if he does something really fucking stupid in the quest, I'll make mention of it, and then we'll move on. It's fine. We'll actually see how long he wants to continue with this. I apologise if it's in any way boring for you guys to watch this, but it may also be simultaneously somewhat entertaining. He's getting faster. Because he's ready now. He knows I'm coming back each time, so... It's a bit of a thing. This is old 3 Ultimate stuff. This is, you know... If you were spending the day playing 3 Ultimate, this is just part of your day-to-day. So if it seems a bit weird what I'm doing, just don't worry about it. He'll give up eventually. One of 2 things will happen. No, one of 3 things will happen. The eventuality that I'm looking for is that he engages me in conversation, and then there are 2 options. I piss him off so much that he continues to kick me, or through conversation we can smooth things out and settle our differences and play the fucking game. Second option, generally, is he blocks me, and then I can't join back. Third option is he stops playing entirely. So, there you go. I'm happy to wait. The problem is that I'm waiting out a guy who has got nothing going on in his life. I can tell. He's got nothing going on. Whenever I play this game, at any time of the day, this guy is sitting in a room empty with the comment playing with friends. At any time of the fucking day. And I just don't know what he's got going on. So what that means is that me wasting my time doing this is much more destructive, generally, than him wasting time kicking me and sitting in an empty room. Really, if he wants to play the game, and I don't know for sure that he does, he is going to have to play with me, because there's no one else. P-Berry pointed out something quite funny. The passworded room says, anyone is welcome. Yeah, exactly. Oh dear. Now, is that him trying to trick me out of joining back? He's trying to wear me down by keeping me in there for a little while, getting my hopes up only to disconnect me, like I give a shit. Like I'm just going to keep joining back for a while. He doesn't know how long I'm willing to do this. I'll do it for a period of time. The only thing that would stop me... Okay, let me put it this way. Because I'm live, I'm not going to do it forever. But if I wasn't live, you better believe I'm just going to sit here with my champagne and just keep going until it pisses him off. To the point where he stops playing. To be honest, initially I wanted to play the game with him, but... well, that's strong language. I didn't want to play the game with him. I wanted to play the game. And he's my only option. So I wanted to at least be able to get into a hunt with the guy. But I think my objective now is to just make him feel like he can't play now because I'm here, so he has to go and do something else with his life. I don't know, maybe he'll lie down on his bed and pretend to be a carrot or something, I don't know. I can't imagine what else he'd do with his time. I haven't done this recently. The last time I did this with someone was James, and again, he forgot who I was, and has done so every time. It's so funny, that guy, we have a notably negative interaction every time that usually results in me being kicked, or him closing the room entirely, or something along those lines. He has a meltdown every single time. At least 2 of those have been caught on camera. And he still welcomes me back every time. I don't know if he's just very forgiving or what, but... yeah, just that's how it goes. Whereas Link, no, he holds a grudge. He remembers me. He will not play. You're not a friend of mine. Well, I don't think that's going to be happening, Autonomic. For people who want to know a little bit more about Link, I don't have personal evidence of this, but according to Tavo's show, who is a respected member of this community, someone that's very easy to get along with, he's pretty cool. He doesn't take people's bullshit, and there's a lot of it in this game, and in this community, but he's cool. I play with him a lot. You guys have seen him in these recordings quite a lot as well. According to him, what Link does is he actually... well, he's something of a predator. What he'll do is he'll try to find female hunters. Don't even know if there are any. And he'll short message them and try to flirt with them and things like that. So that's what I meant when I said, oh, is he going to send me a winking, smiling face in short messages? Well, that's my point. And whether you find that acceptable or not, general interactions with the guy show that he's got a few screws loose, so... the question then becomes, am I currently harassing him? Oh, hold on. There's somewhere else for me to go. While I'm playing this game with this guy, he's going to think that I've given up. Good for him. I've actually got an alternative. That's the reason why I'm not going to continue joining back. I'll let him kick me again and then... oh, I've given up. Oh no. He has bested me. We've got a turns room, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see who's hosting it. I bet it's fucking James. You wait. It's going to be James. Oh, that'll be the end of my days. When I have only 2 options, and that is Link and James. You know, the chances of it being James are actually kind of high. It's Necros! He's back. Alright. No, but seriously. 2 people that you are almost guaranteed to see hosting rooms in 3 Ultimate in this small community are Link and James, and I don't like either of them. They are both people who cannot play without hosting their own rooms, because if they play by other people's rules, they'll throw a tantrum, pick up their toys and go home. That's the reality. So yeah, Necros obviously had to go AFK for a while. But that was good. Thanks, Link. You gave me something to do for that 10 minutes or however long that was. Hi, says Necros. Hi, says Lord Zor. Yeah, he keeps kicking me because he realizes that I am male, so... Yeah. Nothing to see here. Get out of my room. Women only. Or at least people that I can't rule out as being... women. Or... you know what I mean. I'm not sure what Necros is up to. Presumably he will post as player 1 doing the first turn, and then it'll be my turn after that. I don't know if we can expect more people to join the room. Who knows? The fact that, you have to understand, that the fact that Necros didn't join Link's room to play with him means that Necros doesn't want to play with Link either. Everyone who plays this game probably knows Link and what he gets up to. He's probably had a negative experience with him also, because from what I can tell, Necros also has 2 X chromosomes, so yeah. Nothing to see here. Or maybe he reacted badly to a flirtatious short message. For whatever reason, he doesn't want to make a room, or rather, he doesn't want to join Link's room. So, he made a room of his own. Well, this is true autonomic, but... he doesn't know how I look in real life. He said that he's changing his equipment, which is fine, but I don't need to know that. What I need to know is, if you're changing your equipment for something in particular, what is it in particular that you're changing it for? So then I can also change my equipment, and then it's not wasted time. This is 3 ultimate downtime, everyone. This is what I feel whenever I record this game. Usually doesn't play out that way. Usually there's a bit going on. When I play 3 ultimate, and I don't have to sit around doing nothing for a while, but this is definitely the risk. It's the looming danger whenever I'm live. Having to sit around doing nothing for a while. Obviously, it would be ideal to get at least a 3rd person. We could be playing with 3 people. Link could actually, you know, play Monster Hunter instead of preying on females, but he's doing that and we're doing this. So we're going to have to wait for a 3rd person who's not Link. Which may take a long time. There may be no person wanting to play. Those 2 assholes, I mean, what the fuck is wrong with those 2 people? They go and make their passworded room. We could have a group of 4. There could be 4 of us playing the game. Why deny the opportunity for Necros and I to hunt in that fashion? Anyway. Frustrating as it is, that is the reality. obviously I am a patient person, but not when I'm live. I want to play the game, because you guys want to see me play the game. This guy doesn't know that. At this stage, leaving and, well, rather joining and getting kicked by Link was more entertaining, so I'd love to have a quest on the board soon. Just going to press him a little bit. What hunt? At least then I can get ready for something. Stygian Zinogre. I'm going to assume that he's not referring to Descent into Hades. If he posts Descent into Hades, I'm going to have to smack him. Well, digitally. He might be a little distant from me for me to be able to actually smack him, but yeah. Stygian Zinogre. Sword and Shield. Which Sword and Shield? Yeah, alright. We'll just keep to the obvious one then. Or will we? No. Let's go longsword. Unless I have... No, I don't have an Awakened Thunder Longsword. Definitely not. Definitely not. Nether Delemnity. There we go. I just realized that I really didn't feel like using the Abyssal Lagiocrus Sword and Shield. I've used it a lot recently, so when I considered what Sword and Shield I would like to use against a Stygian Zinogre, I thought, nah, fuck it. I'll change weapon types. We'll do Longsword. I don't often do Longsword, as you are all aware. So whenever I do equip it, it's fun to use. It's not like I have a problem with Longsword, it's just that it is such a basic weapon type that it's very easy to overuse, and when you overuse a weapon type, you just don't want to look at it again for ages. So I would rather be in a position to enjoy using Longsword every time I equip it. Well, I didn't know that you had left, Ethan, but welcome back. Well, I suppose I didn't know that you left, but I wasn't expecting you to return, I suppose is what I would say. Necros is engaging in some serious quest preparation. This downtime is crippling to the livestream though, isn't it? You have to admit. Yeah, dual blades were very nice in both Portable 3rd and 3 Ultimate. I think 3rd generation dual blades were very nice. Admittedly though, I think I like them the best in 4th generation, where you have the unsheathing spin and the X plus A spin in non-demonized mode. It really helps to... It has more range than the equivalent from 3rd gen, and it just feels like you're dealing more damage when you do it. It feels nicer, and it's better. It's basically the opposite to Sword and Shield, which it got sort of a slide forward attack with the X plus A, and also the draw slash with the Sword and Shield, which felt so much worse than the animation for all games that came before it. But as I say, it felt a little bit better to have the 4th generation draw slash and X plus A on dual blades versus 3rd gen. What is this guy doing? What the fuck, man? I don't have all day. If you need to go somewhere, just say so. Just keep me updated. I'm not here to just twiddle my thumbs. I'm here to play the game. If he does keep me waiting for too long, I will just leave, because hopefully that'll fucking teach him a lesson to not literally disappear like this. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been too long. I'll give him another 5 minutes. That sounds generous, I know, but it feels like this could go on forever. I'll give him another 5 fucking minutes, and if he's still not here with a quest on the board, I will leave and pester Link again. Because that, as I say, was more enjoyable than this. Ask him to arm wrestle. Don't know. I'd rather he just continued preparing if he needs to do that. If I ask him to arm wrestle, that might distract him from that. Larry Doomlink, yeah. Longsword Darry? Longsword Darry. No, it doesn't work, does it? Has to... You need to have that alliteration, otherwise there's no point. Oh, I know. Loom Dink. Longsword Loom Dink. My alter ego. A Loom Dink would be a longsword user, actually. Now that I think about it. Yeah. And it's still, like, 4 syllables. Longsword Loom Dink. Longsword Larry. Wait. Larry... Is Larry... 1 or 2 syllables? Larry. That's 2 syllables, isn't it? Larry. Courtesy of the R. Loom Dink wouldn't comment on that guy's hammer. No, I think he would. I think he would. How many minutes have I given this guy? Up until now, probably 3. Let's say 3. We're going to go based on estimates. When I said 5 minutes, that wasn't going to be exactly 5 minutes. It's an estimated 5 minutes. He's got fucking 2 minutes left, this asshole. Wasting my time. Sorry. Okay, no. He apologized with an ellipsis. That's enough for me. Fucking hell. He wants to hunt 2, apparently. Fine. You want to hunt 2 of these things and you've equipped one of the worst bows in the game after keeping me waiting for what felt like about 10 minutes. To say that I'm pissed off would be the understatement of the year. Fucking hell. Alright. Let's just do it. There was a whole lot of time available for a third person to join and they never came, so... Fine. Sometimes you just have to take what you're given, and today is one of those days where I have to do that. Let's get out of here. I'm ready to play the fucking game, please. I don't think I've been in a hunt for like 30 minutes. Man. And off we go. Really, I'm just going to say it's the community's fault that I haven't been able to play, or rather haven't been able to hunt in so long. Those 2 assholes breaking off and making their own room definitely made it harder. But then Link literally not being able to be hunted with made it impossible for me to continue playing the game, so yeah. Or at least for that period of time. I'm not impressed. I'm going to paintball this one not because I'm worried about losing track of it, but because I want this to be marked as the one that we started with. I don't think Necros is going to be foolish enough to split into, you know, groups. Single. Well, no, it's the opposite of a group, isn't it? I don't think he's going to split off from this one and then try to hunt on his own against the other one. I do hope that the other Stygian... Oh, fuck off. How many nullberries have I got? I've got 9 apparently. I do definitely need elemental capability. Otherwise it's just not going to work. Don't paintball the other one! Fucking hell. He doesn't understand why I paintballed this one. That's alright. Except that I'm extremely fucking annoyed by it. Oh my god. Just have to do my best to keep track of the one that we're fighting. It's easier now because only one of them is enraged, but still. I'm fucking annoyed. I'm glad that I brought the longsword because it is, you know, a high damage, low effort weapon type. And I am not happy right now. Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Good. Managed to get my next charge level up. Okay. What is going? Oh fuck! It's that one. Yeah, that one over there is the one we're fighting. I need to do something like break the horn or cut the tail so that he's easier to tell apart from the other prick. It's definitely this one though. There we go. Got a knockdown. Would love to break the head, at least to some degree. Please flinch him, or just totally miss every single one of your hits and have no hope of flinching him, because you suck. Oh, he's immediately going into enraged. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me! Ah! There wasn't much I could have done. Alright. Again, I'm doing my utmost to keep on track. I do not want to accidentally change targets, you know. And I'm immediately fucking dragon blighted again, because apparently him running at me is a dragon attack. Which is just brilliant. It's precisely the sort of thing that I want. What are you doing? Oh, you're doing that attack again. No. It's dangerous to do what I'm doing now, but fuck, I can't see anything. I think I broke something on him. I believe I heard that correctly. You just had to do the double one while we're playing with two of us, didn't you? Had to do it. You saw that I attempted to roll away, but could not clear that tail swing. Alright, so that one's leaving. This is the one we want to fight. It's the one whose horn I've broken. Don't fucking follow him! Shit! Okay, he's gone. He's taken a different exit, thank God. Ugh. Yeah, sure, Ethan, why not? It's been a long time. I will be free after the stream. I don't think I have a need to zoom in on the map anymore, so zoom that out. Oh, brilliant! Just what I fucking wanted. Thank you. Just what I wanted for Christmas. You insufferable fucking wolf dragon thing. Yeah, do your attack. Go. I have to stress that I do not have much of a good teammate right now. It has nothing to do with skill, it has everything to do with the fact that his weapon sucks, okay? The Nahabra bows are not good. They are specifically designed to have less damage because they have increased paralysis functionality, but you see, there's only two of us. So, you know, paralysis is only going to be as effective as the people on your team, and the only fucking damage dealer is me. So what's he doing? He's using a shit weapon. I mean, by all means, use that weapon if it's fun, but don't use it when we're two-manning. Please, for fuck's sake, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of both of our time. Because, you know, we're going to be in this quest for longer because you've chosen to use that weapon. Anyway. Please don't hit me. Stop it. Good. Wouldn't mind getting the tail. There we go. At least it'll be easier to tell them apart. Which I'm always happy to see. And that one's dead. It's only because I've been so fucking aggressive with my longsword that that thing's already dead. It's by no means a measure of Necros' damage. Which, quite frankly, is just the pits, you know. It's not good. I didn't see the tiny little popo, but obviously all small popos should be protected. I've seen people go and attack baby popos for fun. I mean, what's wrong with those people? They should get looked at. They require a psychological evaluation at once. All of those people. Poor little popos. Although Baby Aptonoth, I do have a double standard when it comes to that. Baby Aptonoth, yeah, you can kill him, I don't care. Baby Popos, though, oh my god. I'll protect them. Must be because they're furry. They automatically, you know, have a cute factor, or a cuteness factor. Because, you know, they're fluffy animals. There we go. Always happy to see that. Full combo going out. I've hit the ground running with this Zinogre because I'm well charged from the previous confrontation. Oh god. Sadly didn't get my final spirit slash off that time. You can see that my DPS has been very high. There's not much that this monster has been able to do to prevent my attacks from going out. So, except for that, but yeah, that does mean that the hunt's going to be pretty quick. This is a real Lobo. Yeah, or Lobos, whatever you want to say. And he's leaving. May as well gather at this shiny. I don't know when it was dropped, but... again, the idea that you can pick up a tear off the ground. Look, it's a monster tear, everyone. What? Makes no sense. But it's Monster Hunter. Can't just sit there and analyze how realistic it is all day. You just have to enjoy the game. That's the best way to do it. So you can see that what I do here is I don't aim myself right on the head of the Zinogre. What I do is I aim myself just to the right of it and then allow my body to slide on target, because if I were to aim too far to the left, there would be a risk of having some of my attacks not actually making contact. Or I could end up too far to the left of the head. It's a safer thing to aim myself just to the right of it and let the body guide me to the head. He's got that sort of shape to him where that works rather well. It's just something you have to do with longsword. Longsword is not a really accurate weapon type, so sometimes that sort of strategy has to be employed to get on target. You let the shape of the body to guide you to where you need to go. Okay. Again, it's not ideal for me to... Okay, that worked out. I was going to say it's not ideal for me to stay close to him when he's doing an attack like that. But it did pay off. I successfully flinched him out of that. I don't know what Necros is doing. That is called being unnecessarily aggressive. Why has he left? You fuckwit! This person has successfully wasted so much of my time. This one person. Fuck him. That's alright. We've come so far. We'll just continue and get this done. He's probably even... No, he's not limping yet, but he will be soon. What a prick. It might not be his fault. You know, I've seen that he's been distracted for quite some time. He keeps needing to go AFK. He disappears for long periods of time, etc. So, well... Again, Autonomic, you're really giving him the benefit of the doubt. I can tell that your nature is to give people the benefit of the doubt, but you don't do that in this community. There's no fucking point. The situation is that he has been very slow. He's obviously distracted by things outside of what he's doing in the game, and he's obviously not able to continue playing now and has disconnected. So, that's the situation. Like, actually disconnected as in meant to disconnect, not had network instability and therefore disconnected. Oh, I'm getting distracted by the chat. I do forget that I am playing solo. I can't be getting fucking distracted by the chat. Alright. Yep, stop. Just fucking leave me alone. Give me a sec. I need to recover. I think I've got one more nullberry, which is bad fucking news. If he's left the area already, I'm going to assume that he... Yeah, is that a limp or what? I have a feeling that he's probably limping, because it took him a while to get there, didn't it? So I'm going to drop a trap, we're going to throw some tranks, and hope that he gets captured successfully. I'm sure it'll work out. Don't waste my time, Zinogre. You know, if I have to kill him, I will, but... There you go. Fuck me. I'm glad that Necro stuck around for as long as he did. I didn't really have to do much more after that. A few more hits and he was capturable. Alrighty. We'll find out if there is any prospect of another room being available to hunt him. I've got no idea. Twitch is so fucking useless. It's saying that there is one person watching this live stream. Well, if I've got multiple people commenting, how can it be one? Okay, now it's 12, thank you. I'm so sick of Twitch. Yeah, okay, you are a broken app. How does it feel to be a broken app and yet be like 4.8 stars? Yeah, great. I'm this close to throwing my phone out the fucking window. Piece of shit application. Absolute embarrassment to the Google Play Store. And to video content creation. Stop going to Twitch Recap. Why would they put Twitch Recap in the place where normally it would be where I'd hit my channel? Usually when I go to my channel, I would be going to my channel, but now I'm going to Twitch Recap. Oh, Twitch Recap. We have to trick people into hitting it, because otherwise they won't go to Twitch Recap. Guys, go to Twitch Recap, it's great. Shut up. You're not even great as a service. Why would I want to go to your special little recap? I don't even know what it is, and I don't want to know. Shut up. Anyway, aside from that, this is where things get a little bit bumpy. I'm not too sure if I'm going to have an alternative room. At the end of the day, I can stall for time by pissing off Link. I'm always happy to do that. He can think that I'm giving in, but actually I'm using him as a form of entertainment. It stops being entertaining, though, if he goes AFK and then doesn't kick me from the room. But don't tell him that. Well, I suppose that's a little bit more acceptable. If they had a group of 4, then it's more acceptable that they went and left and made a passworded room. But I don't like the fact that they're here in lobby 1, because now I have to sit there and see that it's a room that I could have joined. I mean, they've got 4 people, so perhaps not, but when it goes to 3, unfortunately, that will be a room that I can't join because it'll have a password on it. Hopefully Link is here, so then I can join back and he can kick me and then we can continue with that until another room is available. 10 times more exciting than me creating a room and then waiting for people to join, as I'm sure you can appreciate. I'll just say hi. Ask him nicely. Please hunt with me. I want to play. Forgive me, Link, for whatever I did. I'm sorry for being born male. You can flirt with me. It's okay. See, this is what I was afraid of. I don't want him to be AFK. Part of the fun is for him to see me in the room, then kick me, and then I keep doing that. If I'm just going to be sitting in a room with nothing going on, I could just be making a room of my own, and then waiting for people to join that. That would be a much better use of my time. I'll give him 2 minutes to notice that I'm here, and then I'll go and make a room of my own. Or perhaps I'll change games, we'll see. Don't worry, it'll still be Monster Hunter, it'll be Generations Ultimate if I do change games. I would only do that because, again, it's much more sensible to just change to Generations Ultimate than to wait for people who may not be coming. We're at a time of day now where there are not many people playing 3 Ultimate. We're reaching the dead zone. No man's land. In terms of time zones. One more minute. Sorry, I need to get that off camera. "30 seconds. Damn it. Well, do we have another option? No, we don't. Okay, so the plan is, ladies and gentlemen, to change games. It's alright. In fact, yeah, I'm 1 hour and 38 minutes in, so I'll play for maybe another 30, 40 minutes or something on Generations Ultimate. I'll go and change games now. It'll be a black screen for probably 60 seconds. And then we'll be back in Generations Ultimate. I'll see you momentarily. Because I actually recently played on my PlayStation 3 to play Demon's Souls, my controller is not naturally connecting to the Switch. So I just have to go and do that. One moment. you would have seen a black border around the video. That's because the Switch is really special and runs at a different aspect ratio to that of 16:9, so it requires a special little crop in order to not have black borders around it. Thank you, Nintendo, you fuckwits, you idiots, you bastards, you anachronistic fucking wastes of space from the 19th century. With your non-16:9 aspect ratio console. I have this game, says Ethan. You sure do. If you want to play, we can. I mean, the live stream's been derailed by the fact that I've had to change games, so I don't mind playing with you if you want. I'd have to locate my earphones, annoyingly, but... And then I'd have to make sure that you're not too loud. You know, Ethan, whenever you come onto the live stream, keeping you loud enough and then also not too loud is one of the most difficult things on Earth. It's actually a hellish experience. You'll join in 15 minutes? No, you won't. We'll hang out later. I'm not going to go through I'm not going to jump through the hoops of getting you on the live stream for, you know, 10 or 15 minutes worth of hunting, because I don't want to go for much longer, so... Alright. Lowering the game volume. Because it is much louder than 3 Ultimate. Let me change the Twitch settings. Well, settings, you know, information, Twitch information. Alright, that's been changed. For those of you watching the live stream, it probably won't actually update until you close and reopen, but it doesn't matter anyway. Or until you refresh the stream, I mean. It doesn't actually matter for you guys, it matters for new people finding the live stream. The end is nigh! Yeah, the end is nigh. Pause the live stream. Twitch, for fuck's sake. I just want to be able to pause my live stream so that I can read the chat and not have a fucking replay on my phone distracting me in my peripheral vision. Is it that fucking hard? Why do I have to keep closing the app and reopening it just to be able to pause it? You useless application. Who fucking designed you? And who gave you a 4.6 star rating on the Play Store? That's what I want to know. It doesn't even work. Literally, it doesn't work. It's a shocker. It's an absolutely shocking fucking app that doesn't work. That's the reality. Why am I wasting my time? The end is nigh. Is that Black Fatalis? No. It's Crimson. Dick Cheney is in the room. And who else? Some sort of alternative to LGBT and Alexandra. Okay. What would I be able to comfortably use against this monster? Let's go Insect Glaive, that might be fun. When I say comfortably, I mean what would be enjoyable. There are a lot of things that wouldn't be enjoyable, let me tell you. Alright, I'm currently monitoring the chat without having the video play, which is great. Didn't realize it was so difficult to achieve. I do want defense large, actually. Let me see if anyone's eaten for... Well, they haven't, but I'm checking just to make it clear. See if anyone has eaten for... Oh, someone has eaten for insurance. Holy shit. That's a coincidence if I've ever seen one. I mean, what are the chances? Someone actually eating for insurance? I can't get anything out of Sharpshooter, obviously, but I'm eating for Defender High, just for good measure. There's nothing wrong, whatsoever, with eating for Defense Up Large and Defender High for Crimson Fatalis. A person should not be slandered for that sort of behavior. Which is to say, you know, go offensive, just play better, etc. Well, no, it's good to have increased defense. What on earth is... never mind, I just completely confused myself with something that was on the screen, and I'm not going to explain what it is that confused me. Alright. Cool drink. We didn't have a bow gunner, so I wasn't anticipating anyone buffing at the start, so I just jumped right in. Hello, Fatalis. There's no possibility of this being a weak one, because that doesn't exist in this game. You can't fight a weak Fatalis, because then technically you're benefiting from someone else's work, and that's just not on. That's not acceptable at all. I can barely see what's going on. And I'm not really getting many mounting attacks, in case you haven't noticed. It's all missing, actually. It's not a mounting attack until you get that yellow marker with your slash. At least I believe so. I do believe that to be the case. It's actually a good way to fight Crimson Fatalis, doing mounting attacks while he's on his hind legs, because you can actually get up towards the neck, for example. I probably will hold off, in fact I definitely will hold off on getting a mounting attack for now, because the timing of it will be really awkward. I will end up running out of my triple colours, and I won't be able to deal good damage when he falls down, so we're definitely not doing that. That's a bad idea. Why am I... don't do that. I've explained why I'm not doing the mounting attacks, so don't go for it. Ugh. So easy to get caught in that. So easy. Because it has a very wide hitbox, that particular flying attack. Don't hit me, please. Resist the temptation. Ugh. I'm pretty sure I just got hit by a teammate there. Flinched by one, that is to say. Pretty nasty, isn't it? Thank you so much for... You nearly got me killed, you fuckwit. That's exactly what I would expect of a longsword user. Absolutely no consideration for the team. I'm pressing the X button to hit the monster. Dickhead. I hit monster, I deal damage. That's the strategy of a longsword user, particularly in this game. Let's get that mount. Here we go. 4 Ultimate is definitely shedding a tear seeing how inefficient my mount spamming is. Everyone's getting in there and attacking. This would also make 4 Ultimate shed a tear. You can actually attack a monster while mounting and deal full damage, which is just a fucking shocker. Absolute shocker. That is extremely heavy damage. Full team beating on the head. Wow. That's some damage. Get a few more of those and you wonder why the monster's dead. Well, okay, that's dangerous. Get out of there. I'm surprised that that managed to reach me. Just goes to show how vertical that attack is, and it also shows that when he's throwing his head back like that and breathing fire, it's not just a visual thing. That fire hurts, and if you're in the air, you're going to get hit by that. It's bad news. I will top up my health. I don't think I want to be here for this, so I'm getting out. The thing is, even if you can take damage, that's great, but you don't want to be taking damage that often. You will run out of healing wares. Against a monster like this, taking damage means that you are terribly hurt and need to heal. A lot. And that doesn't... If you allow that to happen too often, yeah, it's great that you're sponging all these hits, but you are going to run out of healing wares, so it's best to play conservatively. Or at least as much as can be allowed while attacking the monster aggressively enough to deal good damage. Just need to keep an eye on the meteors here. Oh, well, look at that! I roll out of the way of one of them, and then immediately another one appears on top of where I've rolled. See, that's why it's pretty much better to just stand away from him while he's summoning meteors down. It's a much more sensible thing to do. I probably should activate Swarm, to be honest. I think it would be good. I'll just get a bit of extra damage out while I'm standing close to him, which I am doing for the most part. Let's get out of here. I don't want to be near all these fucking meteors. Hey, says Autonomic, like he hasn't been here for the live stream. Yeah, hello, how are you going? That's a big fireball right there. I will obviously have to hold off on doing further mounting attacks. That's bad news. Thanks for the life powder, always helps. Just trying to get out of danger here. You can see potions are still pretty acceptable. Even though I might not look it, I have been playing fairly carefully. At least as far as Fatalis goes. It's not giving me orange, I'm trying to get the back legs. Fuck. Alright, now, no. Not that. Get me the front legs. There we are. No. Front legs, please. Front arms, whatever you want to call them, I don't care. Here we go. Head opportunity, or not. Someone's going to flinch him. I hate having to do this. No, that's not. Okay, managed to get that instead of the wing. I didn't actually want to hit the wing. That's white, as you can tell. Again, this LHB person is a fucking liability. This person has a habit of flinching me when I'm in danger, which is not helpful, because if I'm in the firing line and I'm stuck in place because this guy can only swing his weapon around without any consideration for what's going on around him, that's actually going to put not just myself, but the whole team at risk at one point or another. Mounting attack, please. Or rather, successful mount, you know what I mean. Yes, that is a theme of... you know... the older games, P-Berry. Autonomic, I'm pretty sure that you were talking earlier on in the stream, were you not? Was I getting you confused with someone else? Well, I guess it's possible. I obviously know you, so I must have read someone's name thinking it was you. That is if you didn't join earlier on. It's not a new stream, I may have changed the title, but it's the same stream, it's just I've changed it to stop people expecting 3 Ultimate actually getting Generations Ultimate instead. So, I don't know. Oh, that's bad news. You saw... This is why you shouldn't get distracted by the fucking chat while you're fighting this monster. It's a bad idea. Anyway. But yes, P-Berry, that's definitely a thing. It's well known. And obviously, certain food will make you drunk as well, but I'm assuming you know that? I don't know. Usually, if you select drink twice, that'll make you drunk. I was here for 3U, and now I'm back! Okay, so I'm just glad that I wasn't getting confused. You were here, and whatever. Give me red. Should be able to get it if I stand close enough. Yes, that's what I was hoping for. I could have just used Extract Hunt now that I look at it. You will have noticed that it's probably right about the appropriate time for me to be getting my next mount. Or my 5th mount if this were 4th. Or rather, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. But god. It's just not happening. It takes so long to get a 2nd mount. And a 3rd one, just forget it. And I have Mounting Master, let's not forget that point. I'm not using standard Insect Glaive with nothing else going on. This is me aggressively trying to mount this stupid monster. Come on, get the mount! Get it. The thing is that if you're mounting this monster, you can generally fly above his tail swings as well. That was a bit off target. I'm starting to realize another aspect to... Oh god, please. Actually, it's okay. I've got Extract Hunter, so if I run out of my triple colors, it won't be the end of the world. I'll just be able to mash him to the ground here. I'll use Extract Hunter now. Oh, I'm nestled in the fucking wings here. I'm not going to be able to hit the head at all. Come on, hurry up. Yep. Can get a little bit of damage out. That's not too bad. Yeah, so what they've done in this game versus 3 Ultimate, I tried to get out of the way, but you can see he turns his fucking body towards you now. That's one way to update, like actually update and upgrade Fatalis. Make his all fours maneuver, like going from hind legs to all fours, to actually make that targeted. But anyway, 4 Ultimate seems to have allowed you to get mounting attacks pretty much anywhere on the monster if you're mounting, or in the air and attacking. Whereas in this game, you have to really aim for a specific part of the monster, which I don't have a problem with at all. I think that's an appropriate way to balance out mounting attacks. But you can see they've basically balanced out mounting attacks to the point where it's almost not worth doing them at all, which is a shame, but anyway. I'm not going to bother with mounting attacks anymore. I think we've done enough of that. Now all we need to do is keep dealing damage to the monster whilst being very careful. I did mounting there just so that I can reposition, to be honest. But yeah, we just need to be careful not to die. Surviving right now is, yeah, well there you go. That was a good run, actually, overall. I did die, but I was distracted by the chat. I was not keeping track of the monster. And unfortunately, this is one of those monsters where you do need to be keeping track at all times, otherwise you will die. Yeah, P-Berry, so the drinking animation in 1st and 2nd generation will give you the drunk effect. That was taken out in Monster Hunter Tri. In Monster Hunter Tri, the drinking animation is literally just that. It doesn't do anything. It's food that will get you drunk. And that's the case in pretty much all the games afterwards. What? You can do the drinking animation and get drunk? I've never done that. It's something I only ever saw in 1st and 2nd gen. But apparently, yeah, well, I'm sure it would still work. Anyway. That's good to know. I actually genuinely didn't realize that they kept that. I guess I never did the drinking animation enough to get myself drunk in the other games. Let's give it a try. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Can try 10. I must leave, says LHB. After having almost killed me, I think on 2 occasions with your fucking longsword, I'm very pleased to see that you need to leave. I've not been keeping track or keeping count of my drinking animations whatsoever, but maybe I will get drunk eventually. I don't know, P. Berry. To my understanding, it was an older generation thing, but you never know. Maybe it is possible. Maybe I've just never tried it. This is going to be something like 15 or 20 drinks. We're gonna do this many just to make it really sure. So the reason why I realized back in Try that it didn't work was because I would actually do that. I would drink at the table a lot as a joke, but it would never make me drunk like it did in 1st and 2nd gen. So if they brought it back, then that's pretty cool. But yeah, let's have a look. Oh yeah, it still works. There you go. Maybe it requires more in this game than the older games. Cool. And then obviously you can run like this. Yeah, so back in Monster Hunter Try, you could actually use the drunk animation to fall back into the area where the guildies sit in Locklack. The quest givers, that is to say. You could actually fall backwards into it, and it was quite funny. You'd actually fall all the way down into the area behind the table. So that was a fun glitch. It's very difficult to get working, but once you get the right angle, it does work eventually. Whoa! What is it, my turn? I don't think so. I find that hard to imagine. I don't think Dick Cheney hosted the last quest. Oh no, it was Dick Cheney. Alexandra's looking at me like, oh, are you gonna post or what, man? Well, I didn't realize that Dick Cheney posted before. Oh, Dick Cheney's going for it again. He's got one of the coolest insect glaives of the series. That's a fact. Another Fatalis? Okay. Fine. Alright. So, Black Fatalis. I'll probably... No, I don't need Switch Axe. That would be white or crimson, because they have armored modes. Ugh. What would be fun? I'm not sure. I'll probably have this be my last hunt, though. Yes, I shall. What's going on? Wait on 4th? Yes. Yeah. Especially considering we've got an HR-37. I don't think I've ever departed on a Fatalis hunt with an HR-37. In fact, congratulations to that guy for sticking it out successfully during that Crimson Fatalis hunt. I had not really clocked the fact that he was at such a low hunter rank when we departed on Crimson Fatalis before. But he was, and he got through it. And that's an achievement, to be honest. Oh my god. Did he actually engage the monster? This person, with this loadout, killed a G-rank well, not on his own, but with a team, killed a G-rank Crimson Fatalis with this set. What the fuck? If I had seen his set, I wouldn't have departed on the quest with him. I'm telling you. But if he... Look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to depart on this Black Fatalis hunt with him, and I'm going to watch to see what he does. Because I don't know how he would have survived, except by literally not engaging the monster. But he must have been engaging the monster, because I remember 4 people hitting the head when I did my initial mount. So, I don't know, I suppose he's getting into it. Bread Users wants me to use Charge Blade. Okay. Will do. I wouldn't have thought to do that, so that'll be fun. And of course his skill table is everywhere. He's using random stuff. Well, maybe not totally random stuff. But it is a complete mess. Whoa, look at it. Oh well, he's going for defense, and apparently that's all he needs. Or all he thinks he needs, anyway. Let's definitely get insurance. We need it for that guy, at least. If I died and he didn't in that last Crimson Fatalis hunt, that's pretty embarrassing. Whether I was distracted or not, that's pretty embarrassing, so... definitely not an achievement. In any sort of way. Uh-oh, heroics. Heroics on Black Fatalis. Good thing we've got insurance, boys. Yeah, not advised. I'm not going to be doing that. That's a pretty loadout you've got. Why the fuck would you be using that on a Black Fatalis? What are you thinking? Pierce isn't just automatically grey. This monster is not good for Pierce, never has been. That's never been a good choice on Fatalis. It wasn't in the past and it's not now, so what are you doing? Ugh. Honestly, I mean, it's a good loadout for that gun. It's a great loadout for that gun, but holy shit. That is not a great loadout for this monster at all. Well, Autonomic, if Alexandra was hanging back, that was the correct way to approach things. I don't know why Dick Cheney feels the need to post this monster with Alexandra as the quest host, or the room host rather. But it's worked once before. Let's see if it works again. And I'll keep my eye on Alexandra to see what he does. Charismatic King is our client. The Black Dragon of Legend is no longer just a legend. Make use of what you find within the ancient castle, and you might stand chance, etc., etc. Alright, so I'm going to stand where we all need to stand, and I will immediately ping if I sense that anyone's going in the wrong direction. I'm just trying to get the monster here. That's why I didn't access the box. I want the monster to be... No, your hunter rank 999! Like, what are you fucking doing? It's only because I entered here long before any of you fucking got here. Literally choosing not to take anything from the box so that I could achieve that. That the monster was in line with the ballista. Well, not the ballista, sorry, the Dragonator. Otherwise, that would have been a colossal nightmare. Absolutely. I literally entered the area like 8 seconds before everyone else. I'm telling you, it wouldn't have worked that smoothly if it weren't for that. If I'd gone into the area at the same time as them, and they didn't want to actually attack the monster, or rather line up with the Dragonator, I'm saying random shit now. If they didn't want to line up with the Dragonator at that point, that would have been a nightmare, so... Yeah, I'm glad that didn't fucking turn out that way. And we've got him out. Very good. I'll save my files, obviously. Alexandra seems to be getting involved. I haven't been watching him, but based on his proximity to the monster, he has been involved. Unless he is just now opportunistically getting close to the monster for the mount, but... Anyway. What the fuck is this Pierce guy doing? What's he doing? I guess you sort of got in position for proper Pierce damage, but not really. I mean, what were you doing getting close to the monster like that? That doesn't help you in any way. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a Hunter Rank 999 who wouldn't know the first thing about Pierce gunning. And he's using Pierce, so I don't really know what to say. I'll wait until you do your snap and drag, and then I'll do Ripper Shield. It's always tempting to go for it, but you see, this monster is constant danger. Aha! Good timing. Good fucking timing with that binder. Thank you. I'm best placed of anyone to actually get out there, or get in there and deal some damage, so... Very happy to see that. Except for the fact that I got fucking flinched by this guy who's dealing no damage. Yeah, Rip Shield's very cool. It's both cool, damaging, and helpful. Well, I assume it to be damaging anyway. It looks damaging. Ow. That's annoying. That would have been a nice opportunity to hit the head, that maneuver there. Dick Cheney has fainted! Alright, so Alexandra is really hanging back now, I think. Yeah, really hanging back. Might top up my health. I can't say I've ever seen someone aiming Pierce through the legs and tail of Fatalis, but that's what this guy's doing, and I guess technically that's better than aiming for the upper part of the body, maybe? I don't know. At least he's looking for good places to get good piercings through the monster, but that's like a really low damage area. And I don't know what to tell him. Maybe don't use fucking Pierce on Fatalis would be my chief advice, but... yeah. That'd be the first fucking thing. Are you kidding me? That still fucking caught me. I was seeking to get behind the back legs, but it just was not going to work out that way. Alright. Need to get my red shield back, which I shall do. Actually, not like that. Shut up. Almost bitch slapped me there. I could Ripper Shield my way to full files once I've got Ripper Shield, but I don't want to do that for some reason. I think I'm going to do that for Energy Blade instead. Whoops, I'm doing the wrong thing. I'm doing the very wrong thing. Speaking of possibly doing the wrong thing, it would be the wrong thing to continue attacking this monster without sharpening, so I'm going to sharpen now. I can see, oh my god, Cheney is actually using aerial insect glaive. I don't think I've ever seen that. It looks effective. It looks like you get a whole lot more DPS with aerial attacks, which might actually make Insect Glaive with Mounting Master viable with aerial style, which is weird. If you're wondering how I saw that he was using aerial, I saw him not only use his pole vault attack, but actually jump off the monster while doing so, to what it seemed increase his DPS. He didn't have to land all the way on the ground to continue doing what he was doing. which is pretty good. I think we're going to get an all... Oh, never mind. Bitch slap. I was expecting an all fours attack. You can see what I'm doing right now. That was entirely strategic. Staying on the ground, extending my invulnerability period, because I had a follow-up attack right on my position. Because I was directly in front of Fatalis, I was going to wait to see what he was going to do before actually getting back up. And I'm glad that I waited, because... yeah, that would have been probably a dead Doomlink. Alright, so I want Ripper Shield. Okay. I think I'm going to Energy Blade you in the face, Fatalis, but I don't know if I can get there in time. Well, he's fucking dead. That's extraordinary. Considering that Alexandra really didn't contribute all that much, that's really good. That was an even better confrontation than the Crimson Fatalis. I'm getting better confrontations against these Fatalis monsters with a Hunter rank 37 in the team than I usually get with much higher Hunter ranked people. So I don't know what's going on, but it seems to be working out. Yeah, well that's right. Of course, the extended vulnerability period from getting up was a 4th generation thing, so... yeah, if it were 3 ultimate, I'd be dead. But if it were 3 ultimate, I'd be fighting Morales and there'd be no risk of death, because Morales is easy. So, you can look at it however you'd like. Well, that was very successful. Very happy with how that turned out. Alexandra probably thinks, oh, these Fatalis monsters aren't anything to worry about. They are. It just so happens that you've got a good team. That's really all I can say. Someone's going to say, it's because of the Pierce Gunner. The Pierce Gunner did it. Maybe. Maybe Pierce, quite sadly, is actually viable against Fatalis in this game. Which is sad, because again, Fatalis doesn't have a body type where that should work. But, and of course, if you're piercing through the tail, you're not dealing much damage. The tail is not a weak point, either for shot damage, cutting damage, or impact damage. Not even close, it's quite resistant. So, if that is a viable strategy, then that speaks to the poor design of the game than anything else. Anyway, I do thank you all for watching. That's going to conclude this live stream. I was not expecting to finish up with 2 successful Fatalis hunts with a Hunter rank 7, now Hunter rank 38. Did I say 7? Hunter rank 37, now Hunter rank 38 in the group, but that is how that worked. I do thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time I'm playing Monster Hunter. Bye bye for now.